Good morning everyone. Today we will do online study of Standard 7, Subject English, Bal Bharati, Unit 1, Subunit 1.2, Topic Odd One N. Through this lesson, Odd One N, we will learn to make connections between our lives and the story, to be friendly, helpful, and respectful towards others, not to judge external appearance, that is outward appearance. Importance of inner beauty, vocabulary, where we learn new words and phrases. Odd One In is a story of two girls named Malti and Rima. Rima is a fashionable girl and Malti is exactly the opposite. Rima has lived in a city while Malti is from village. They both have their strength and weakness. So this is the incident of the school where Rima's mother asked her daughter about a school. How was it? As they all were having their family dinner. So Rima replied as if she don't care and said no lessons were taught. Only we were getting used to the new place. So father asked, is there any new student in your class? There was, named Malti, and she was funny, replied by Rima. She made a twisted expression on her face and then took salad for herself. So in this passage we are going to learn two new words, shrug, which means raise the shoulder slightly as a sign that one doesn't care for something. Grims means made a twisted expression on a face to express amusement. Her father, Mr. Sain, questioned Rima, why you describe Malti? She replied, she couldn't speak much English. And in a disliked manner, she said she had come from a state at another end of the country. So quietly with an expression, father said, people from that state are smart and are good at maths. Sarima judged Malti and said, she come to school with oily hair and bindi and added, how the way she talks, and imitate her voice by saying, good morning, teacher. So her new words in this passage is mimic, which means to copy one's behavior. Now here Rima's parents are too tense. She was their only daughter. They loved and cared her so much, but now Rima talks too much. Mrs. Sain hoped that you and your friends will not trouble Malti. And then she just got up from the dining table, and Rima and her friends were just going to do the same. Your new words dotted, which means to show excessive affection towards someone. Next, insufferable, which means that cannot be tolerated. So in this passage where Malti entered the class, Rima and her friends teased her in a tone, good morning. She even didn't realize, poor Malti, that they were making fun of her. And even she looked back at them, smiled, and said, good morning. So in this passage, we learn a new word, beamed, which means to smile cheerfully. In this passage, where Rima's group were all making fun of Malti, where Shehnaz asks, Why, why you applies so much oil on your hair? She asks in a bad manner, where poor Malti looks so upset but didn't answer. Then Claire again, she asks about her skirt. Why are you wearing so long skirt in a bad manner? Malti's face became red in anger. She was about to justify. Then the teacher entered. In this passage, we learn a new word as giggle, which means laugh in a silly way, cackle in a mean way, flush to become embarrassed. So, in this passage, school progress, everyone was shocked to see that Malti used to answer all the questions asked by the teacher, and the teacher used to praise Malti. Rima narrated the whole story at her home, where her mother replied, She seems to be very smart girl. So, in this passage, we learn new words as progress, which means to more forward, move forward, next recounted, which means told or narrated. Here Rima is still busy in pointing on Malti's English. Mother then appreciating her knowledge and cleverness, Mr. Sen and Mr. Sen, her father, counted her and replied, As her Hindi is poor, same as her English. Later in night, Rima's parents discussed that they put Rima to a good school to be smarter and better person. But to their disappointment, her attitude was not good towards others. She was turning into snob. So the new words are uncharitably, which means in an uncut way, atrocious, of very poor quality, counter, opposed, snob, some who criticize people coming from lower social classes or less educated. So, following Saturday, school conducted in a house singing competition where Rima was participated in English song category. And to her surprise, Malti too participated in Hindi song category. Making fun of Malti's oily plates, girls sings. Also, Claire replied in a rough sound and started laughing, and much to their surprise, they were to be proved wrong as Malti sang beautifully. She had a very well trained and a melodious voice, Rima, and her gang decided to disturb her while singing. But there was complete silence in the competition, so no one bothered to disturb Malti or make fun of her while singing. So, in this passage, we have words sneetly, which means in a nasty manner, croaks means making a harsh rough sound, jeer to make a rude remark in a loud voice. So in this passage we learned Rima and her gang was about to be caught when she done with her singing. Principal was first to praise her, followed by teachers and by students. She won the first prize, where even Rima received first prize in her English category. But she was not happy as she was jealous of Malti. Term progress. Now everyone knew Malti was a clever girl. Her overall progress was excellent. She was good in sports as well as in studies. So, the new words we are going to learn in this passage is abundantly, which means extremely. So, from the passage, we understand that Malti was good at maths. She was a simple with her appearance. She was having a very sharp and very much brain. Slowly enough, all the girls started talking and taking help of Malti, and she happily helped them. Malti and she happily helped them. Teachers from start used to like her, and now all the girls started becoming friends with Malti, leaving Rima's group. They didn't like Malti as she was not stylish. She was a village type of a girl. They never missed any opportunity to make fun of her, especially her English. So, from this passage, new words are to poke fun at somebody, which means to make someone seem stupid by making jokes about them. Forge means something one is good at, belied. Fail to give a true expression, which means Malti's experience regret about Rima's behavior. She was about to cry when Rima laughed at her without being mercy because she made a mistake. Instead of saying ask, she said ask. And she was completely shaken and she confused and accept that I know that my English is very weak, very poor. Yours is excellent. So new words are mock, which means to laugh at somebody. Verge of tears, about to cry. So in this passage, we see that Malti requested Rima that will you help me to improve my English skills? The Rima replied, beyond her accent, that learning English is not simple, and for a girl like you, it's too difficult. So Malti became very angry at her reply. She wanted to answer, but no words and started to cry and ran away. So the new words are in this passage is countrified means belonging to rural area. So from this last passage we understood that Rima's friend Shehnaz said this time you was horrible, agreed with Neha and glad to completely you was horrible. All her friends were now against her. She was surprised and she ran angrily, where her mother looked Rima as she was very quiet for the lunch but decided not to ask anything. Rima knew her behavior was very bad today, but to confess her own mistake it was next to impossible as she was very proud to her. So from this passage the new words we learned is subdued, which means quieter. To walk off in a huff means to walk away angrily. Before we end the lesson, what we learn in this lesson is don't judge a book by its cover.